Yo, what's up, Edson? How you doing, man? Good. In the middle of work. Nice. Yo, Palav, my man, how you doing? Just chilling hard. Just for a minute, then back to the grind. Nice. Are you grinding on the same thing? What you up to? Same old studies, gonna start SQL. Damn, dude. You do a lot of coding, right? Yeah, nice. I'm gonna play some. You mean games? Probably. I don't know. I don't schedule. Like, but yeah, I'm trying to, do a game day as a stream once in a week. You are playing Witcher? Yeah. Yeah, maybe Witcher, maybe I'm playing Doom. Having so much fun with Doom right now. Maybe Doom, maybe Witcher. What else do I have installed? Yeah, also I have Sekiro. Still haven't finished it. Yeah, got lots of games to play, but probably, towards the weekend. How about playing Wukong? Yeah, Wukong, it might be Wukong as well. Usually what I do is once a day, taking the day as a chill day, probably usually after a heavy workout. So that's kind of my recovery, right? Hello, expensive? Is it expensive? Isn't it like regular AAA game price? I think it was like, regular $30, $40, something like that. I mean, after seeing, what is it called? New Assassin's Creed's price. Let's see. What was it called? Assassin's Creed Shadows? Yeah. Where's the Steam page? Where's the Steam page? Yeah. It's like PC $60, and this is the standard edition. Like gold edition, ultimate edition, like 130. Is this for real? That's expensive for me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that, right? It's like what I'm talking about is like, in the context of games, I think it's same with pretty much every other game. But yeah, I think it's worth it, right? It's like My take on games is like, so for example, let's take your case, right? In your case, how much is a movie if you want to go and see it in theater? How much is a ticket? A little over $5. Well, that's cheap. That's nice. Little over $5. Yeah, so if you compare it to a movie, I mean, you couldn't compare it to a movie, but you know, just take entertainment, right? Any kind of entertainment. When you think about it, you know, let's assume you own the game, right? You don't, but you know, let's assume it's like before. But yeah, you know, when you buy a game, you can play it again and again, and if it's a game that have good replayability, you know, it's much better deal. Like, you know, giving $10 for a movie as opposed to you know, I don't know, $30 for an interactive entertainment. Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is like any good game, any decent game, I think it's worth it, right? For example, anything coming to my mind? God of War is a good example, right? It's worth every dollar you pay for it. I mean, again, this is not something objective, but you know, if you have fun playing the game, I think that's worth it. I don't know how they do the localization, but I don't think it's a big difference, right? At some point I need to get a hold of that, but I'm approaching towards the publishing stage of the game. Also, there was localization here, and recently Steam disabled the localization. So when I try to buy a game from Steam, I pay with dollars, right? So it kind of sucks. Can watch movies under $1.5 as well. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of ways you can do it cheaper. I mean, you can always pirate it, right? I'm not talking about that, but you know, just trying to make sense of it. But yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is like, you know, I would always choose to buy a game over go to the cinema, go to the theater and watching a movie, because you don't own the movie. It's 2 hours and then it's over. But a good game, you can just play it over and over again, right? For example, you know, we were playing Darksiders a lot. Like, I still play Darksiders, right? I don't even remember when I bought it, but it's like let's see. For example, Splinter Cell, right? It's like I've played this game for 260 hours. 260 hours of entertainment for how much is this game? 20 bucks? I think it was something like that. So if you think about that, it's much more value, right? I started buying games recently. Only used to pirate games. Still used to be fair, because I'm a campaign gamer. It's a one-time thing. Then no point in putting money into it. Yeah, I mean, I'm really an advocate of, you know, buying the games, because my approach is like, pay the guys so they can make more, right? It's like, also the good thing with Steam is, you keep all the save games, all that. You don't need to save a copy of the games you like, all that stuff. I mean, I remember in the 90s it was like my external disks were full of games, game backups, right? And you had to find no CD patches for the games, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm an advocate for buying the game, actually buying the game to, support the developer. Not honestly, I don't have any sympathy or any trust to huge companies like big ass companies that's mainly ruled by the stockholders, because everybody knows that all they care is squeeze every dime out of your wallet. I'm not talking about that, right? If you want to pirate their games, go ahead, right? I would be happy to see them burn, but decent studios, I really want to support them. So there are lots of games, actually there are lots of games. I bought them on Steam and then I bought them on Epic Games. But I just want to support them, and then I bought them and gifted them to my friends, etc. But yeah, I mean, if you have the money, yeah, go ahead. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean, if I didn't have the resource to buy something, I would just find a way, right? I would either find the resource or find some other way. That's how it is, right? It's like, if you are hungry, you will do whatever it takes to, solve the problem. I saw a meme last day. It's like it was saying something like, if paying for the game is not buying it, and then pirating it is not a crime, something like that. I don't know. It was a transition. It's like, now when you buy the game, you buy the license to play it. It's not like you own the game. Campaign gamer, one thing, yeah. I might do that for small underdog companies. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But if it's already on a big organization, then I guess it's fine. It's not that it won't affect. It's that, you know. I mean, do you have some emotional connection to, let's say, EA games? Probably not, right? It's just a big machine. But when I was growing up, EA games was small. They were making these amazing games like Need for Speed 2, Need for Speed 1, and sports games, all that. Even then they were big, but the thing is, when a company goes public, and then it becomes the company's purpose shifts from serving you and me, customers, to making stockholders happy, right? And it's no joke, man. Stockholders want the stocks to keep high. If you don't do that, they can sue you, right? They can literally sue you. So it's not that it's not an option, right? They need to make money, and then and then it's game over. I mean, there are some companies who can sustain that, sustain their values and principles that they set when they started their journeys. But yeah, when a company gets too big, I mean, look at Valve, right? I think Valve is a really good example, and they have like 300 customers. Not customers, sorry. They have like 330 employees, something like that. And I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm just making it up. But like something like Ubisoft or EA Games, it's like thousands of employees. So it's, yeah, as I said, it's like, companies going public, and then the game completely changes. The main purpose is not to make amazing games, make amazing entertainment. It's to make money, right? That's the main purpose. And if your main purpose is to make money, of course you are gonna make money, but if it's the main purpose, it's so easy to cheat or, do some weird shit. But yeah, for example, the guys who did Darksiders, I would just pay them, right? Pay whatever they want for the new Darksiders, or games like, I don't know. But yeah, as I said, it's like when a company gets too big, it's like, and they start doing shit like, doing like inauthentic shit, right? Like, for example, a good example is like Blizzard. They released Diablo 4. It's a paid game, and then they add season pass and all that. It's not like a pay to win thing, but yes, all stuff like this. It doesn't. They think it doesn't hurt them, but bit by bit, it kills the customer's trust, right? But there are lots of medium-sized and small companies I trust very, very much, right? Also, same with social media, all that, like, when Facebook just came out, people loved it, right? It's like, I mean, I loved it, right? We were messing around, playing with it, using it all day, and then, you know, it gets big, and then, you know, the story changes, and same with everything, right? Same with TikTok, same with Facebook, same with Instagram. Yo, what's up, TK? Yeah, also it's same with people, right? Like, you probably knew some people, maybe in the workplace, maybe in school, you know, when they get promoted, your relationships change with them. Or when you get promoted, you need to change your relationships with your coworkers. But yeah, ultimately you can't serve two masters, right? You can't chase two rabbits. Yeah, it's a set of many things. That's 100% accurate. And I'm not saying this is the only reason, but this is one reason that affects. But you know, getting back to the point, it's like, as you said, I have zero sympathy for EA games. Anyone pirates games from EA games, I don't give a shit, right? And that even makes me happy, right? Because they ask for this shit. Also, like, I've seen so many artists who got either laid out or yeah, just left. I'm not. By the way, I don't have anything against EA games. I'm just using them as an example. I don't even remember the last time I played an EA game. What was it? Oh yeah, I played. What's the name? Dead Space. Yeah, and it's not like EA games did it. They just published it, I think. What are you working on now? I'm just, you know, warming up, waking my mind up with some random sketches. Just, you know, riffing on some images on Pinterest. I started this dude last day, so I thought I could do one more pass, you know, play with it a couple of hours, and we put it in the Unreal. We'll play with it. This guy. Okay. Unreal is sleeping. So, you know, doing some look dev stuff, modeling some stuff and putting them into the engine. Yeah, maybe I'll refine it more, make it more pretty, put some teeth, you know, work on the nose, stuff like that. And yeah, I haven't been sculpting for a long time, so recently I picked it up again. I mean, I was playing with it now and then, but you know. So yeah, eventually I'll just warm up, get the rust off my hand, and is it? No, it's not open. And then start modeling all the concepts we did on the streams. It's cool. Can't wait to see the rest of it. No, probably I won't do the body. It's just a bust. So where is it? Like, I did these initial goblin sketches. But it's not like defined right now, right? So these are the initial sketches. And I'll come back to these. Also at the same time, you know, define the story, what kind of place it will have in the game. And then considering that, it will probably be something like this. But my first thought was like, you know, that voice talking in your head every time when you are trying to do something, that shit talking voice. I've heard someone calling that imp. There's that imp in your mind talking shit. So that was the idea. I also, if you watched it, you've probably seen it, but where is it? If I can find it. Also did like this guy. It's like there's this huge troll or troll-like dude, insanely powerful, and then there's this imp on his shoulder, just, you know, talking shit to his ear, poisoning him, like, you know. And maybe, you know, if you kill the imp, it's much easier. Something like that. Or maybe at some point, I'm just, you know, I'm just speculating right now, but, you know, maybe this imp attaches to you. Something like that. It could be, I don't know. Speaking of games, made it into chapter 2, nice. That's a cool idea. Yeah, I always love that idea. Do you remember what was it? Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings? You know, speaking shit into the king's ear and fucking his mind up. And that's also a good metaphor, right? That inner voice, you need to shut it up. Because it doesn't go away, right? I mean, it's like, you know, artists call it, what is it? Valley of Suck? Uncanny Valley? Something like that? You know, when you start drawing something or painting something, it's a journey, right? It's like maybe you start with a vision in mind, but there's always a point that you get lost. Because if you don't get lost, it's like, then you are doing something that's already done before. and there is a formula. You are just applying a formula, right? It's a road that's paved. You are just going through that road. But if you are, you know, if you are gonna come up with something new, it's like you are just diving into the unknown and trying to find your way. I think this also applies to a specific drawing. For example, let's pick this drawing. I'm changing things all the time, right? Since I started, I'm doing the arm like this and then putting it up, and I have no idea how it's gonna look. I don't have the vision in my mind. I just have the vibe of this guy. But yeah, and then I first draw the arm like this. Maybe it could hold a weapon, and then I made it like this. Maybe it could hold the stuff, and then maybe this stuff is a skull. It's like I'm giving the art example, but I think it's so important, especially for man, right? Being okay with not knowing what to do in life or in whatever you are doing. I think that's huge. Most people panic when when something's not clear or they don't know what to do. I think that's a really nice trait to develop. I don't know if you have that, but I also had it like when I started coding first. I started in Unity. It was C#. So I learned the fundamentals, but I'm trying to do something like making a character jump or pick up some item. I have no idea what I'm doing, right? But you just dive in, do some coding, start with the one line of code, and then go from there, and then mess stuff up, make mistakes, change, fix. You just go into that chaos and figure it out. I'm also seeing a lot of videos like people complaining about games being, or game industry, let's say, getting fucked up, right? It's like games getting shut down, stuff like that. Fans getting mad. It's not as complicated. You can learn coding. You can just get the idea. But I said, yeah. Pre-written codes to make the character jump. Directions. Yeah, I'm just giving a simple example, but you do it step by step, right? It's like, and this was real long ago. I was messing around with Unity, like it was 2015, something like that. Discipline, getting a job in the gaming field is really difficult. Also, yeah, that's true. Also, it's like AI is a thing right now. And most companies are realizing that, going big is not the answer. Also, there is this study done by, what was it called? Behavior science. Like there are some research done in this area. So it comes from our caveman times. It's like our minds are like only capable to, what do you call it? Capable to process like around 150 people in your tribe, right? If you work in a company that's like, 1,000 employees, it's impossible to, deal with that many people. I mean, there are hierarchies and all that stuff. You don't, deal with everyone in person, but yeah, it's like the ideal number is like, 150, maybe 200 maximum. But in my experience, I worked in really big companies, also worked in small companies. The best times I had and the most productive times, they were all small companies, right? It's like 10 people just joking around, having fun. But I also worked in big companies. It's like you are just a cog, right? Nobody gives a shit about you. You have this card, you stick it into this machine when you come to the work. Like it's so weird, man. It feels like the movies that depict the Industrial Revolution. But yeah, I would definitely, if I was gonna work 9 to 5, I would definitely pick a small company. And because it's not like you are having, it's not like a huge difference when it comes to payment. It's not like you are getting paid insane amounts more in a big company. Buying assets is much less money than buying a guy. Yep. If you find an asset that works for you, that's awesome. But yeah, I got some. What is it? I now removed that, also trashed that idea. But I was thinking about doing an inventory system in the game. Like you have an inventory, like in Diablo, right? You have an inventory and you get a head armor, you get a body armor. And I also did it, right? I did it myself first. Like, you have the weapon slots, arm slots, body armor, legs, feet, all that. But I had lots of. I think I remember I remember showing it to you. I was twitching on Twitch. I was twitching on Twitch. I was streaming on Twitch. I think I was showing it to you. Like, but yeah, and then I decided not to go with that. I just I even got an what is it called? So some dude made an inventory system for Unreal, I just bought it, and it's the exact thing I want, but just there are just, you know, some minor stuff I want it to be different, and I open up the code, I look at it, even though I know the Unreal coding system, I kind of struggle with it, right? So let's say you buy an asset. If you want to change something in that asset, you need to know what it is, right? It's like if you want to change something with your car, you gotta know what's underneath, right? You need to know how to do it, and then we can use assets to, you know, save time. It's not a replacement for skill, but it's just it could be a good replacement for you know, resource management. So yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's not a replacement for doing things or, you know, learning the things you need to learn. I also see lots of, you know, low effort in the games. It's like you know, they just grab random shit from the asset store, just mesh up random shit and like let's see what happens in the next 5 years. Dude, I'm telling you, it's 100% guaranteed. One day, you are gonna open your PC, and there is this AI companion, whatever it is, and you are gonna just give the command to the AI, like, you know, you are like, okay, what do I want to play today, right? You are just, you know, telling the AI, like, make me a game, like, you know, mix Doom with Assassin's Creed and make me a game like that in the style of something like this. You know, you just explain the game to the AI, and then the AI generates that game instantly, right? It will happen. 100% guaranteed it's gonna happen. I mean, even now, you know, AI can write stories, generate images, generate 3D models. It's like, and it's really early stages, right? It's like, if you take it far away. Yeah, I'm really 100% sure it's gonna happen. Just taking away the vibes. New generation is not getting it. I mean, I don't know about new generation, but yeah, you know, there's always, anytime I'm having a conversation with someone about AI, it's like, dude, I'm hearing the same shit from literally everyone, right? It's like, oh, AI is gonna take over. Like, well, yeah, if you be an idiot, it's gonna take over, but it's not like AI does something because it's inspired. It's a machine. It's a fucking machine. And you need to tell it what to do. Also, there is a human element, right? It can't feel. Yeah, I think I'm really tired of people who are living only with their heads. Like, you know, of course, if you know, in life you have like 4 dimensions of being, like body, mind, heart, soul, right? It's like people, if you use only this one, of course AI is gonna take over, right? They are growing up with this, unlike us, that's why. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm really grateful that I've seen that transition, man. You know, from floppy disks to today. Yeah, not like their emotions, yeah. And at the end of the day, you need to tell AI what to do. But no one has to tell you what to do, right? You just, you know, wanna do something, wanna paint something, wanna code something, and you just do it. And sometimes even you don't know the reason. So yeah, there are lots of different elements. And in my opinion, that's a miserable way to live, right? I mean, I don't usually, when talking about new generation and stuff like that, I try to be careful about not being a typical boomer, you know. It's like, what was it? Babylon tablets? It's like a couple of thousand years ago, they were saying the same thing, right? About the new generation. I think that's something common. Like every generation shits on the new generation. Like these guys, they are gonna fuck up. That's something common, so I try to be careful about that bias. But honestly, when I think about, you know, watching my niece grow up and stuff like that, they know how to use a tablet more than a pencil, right? That's so weird. But so my honest opinion is like, what the fuck is this, right? But probably the older generations thought the same things about us. Like they are gonna, you know, they probably said the same things. But yeah, I have some opinions, but who knows, right? Maybe they will be more competent in different areas, but there's also like universal qualities, right? A human being can have. So yeah, I think that's not, yeah, kind of go both ways, totally. That's also not like dependent on the generation, but universal qualities, principles, all that. You know that saying, like, how was it? Bad times create good people. Good people create good times. Good times create bad people. Bad times create bad people create bad times. Like, if you think about the timeline, the First World War, bad people create bad times, and people fight in World War One. It creates good people, and then good people create good times, and their children, good people, because if you are in the World War One, you wouldn't want your children to have the same shit you've been through, right? And they try too hard to make it really good and safe for their children, and as a result, those people get fucked up, and then they create bad times again, and World War II. Like there are lots of studies done in this area, and it's also I've also seen it in ancient writings and stuff like that. And it's not something that you can't see, right? I had some friends who had super rich parents, and if you just analyze the families like that, if you give everything to a child, you just fuck them off, right? But yeah, that one thing is definitely true. That's definitely objectively true. Is everything. Everything is so easy right now. You just need your phone, couple of clicks, and you order some food or a T-shirt or whatever you want. It's like anything you want, just a couple of clicks away. Everything is so easy. Everything you can get really fast. I think generally speaking, not only new generation, but everyone, like, people have less patience now, right? If we want something, we want it yesterday. Not really into oversimplified explanations. If you can't explain something simply, you not understand it. Yeah, I'm not making it. I'm not oversimplifying it. It's just one part of it, right? I'm never saying like this is how it is and this is the only reason. I think wisdom is more important than knowledge, like, As I said, maybe they will thrive on different things, new generation. Maybe the next couple of generations will be like, really good with AI, really good with using and creating AI. So yeah, who knows? Nobody knows, right? If you think you know, you are bullshitting yourself. Oversimplified. I was referring to the good. Yeah, dude. I'm not saying like that is how it is. It's just a saying, right? It's not like, if you think about it like that, then all the quotes are oversimplified. But yeah, that's really how it is. If you look into it, and there are, if you look at the history, that's a pattern that just keeps repeating and repeating over and over again since humanity existed. That's so insane. So another one is like there's this cycle. I don't remember who I got this from, but I think it was Ray Dalio or Tony Robbins, something like that. So anyways, it's like, and there was this, I don't know who was it, but I have that saved in my archive. Like, there's this cycle, like some kind of pandemic, but it's not specifically pandemic. It's like some kind of pandemic or something like that, and then crisis. I might be wrong in the order, and then there's a war and peace, something like that, right? It's like so this guy puts this cycle into the cycle of years, and it just fits, right? And this is how it goes, really. If you read about, just you don't need to look far. It's like 21st century, first war, second war, stuff like that. And we have the pandemic, we have lots of crises, and war. I'm not saying there will be war, but maybe it can be a cyber war, or you can already see shit happening in what's it called, Israel, Palestine, and Ukraine, in the world. Shit's happening. So yeah, it instead of again, this is not simplifying, like this is how it is, but if you know the patterns like this, and know just a bit about history, it's like I mean, at least for me, I stopped reacting to it, right? And then you can make your decisions more logically, with reason. Where have you been? Where have you been? I'm here. But yeah, Palav, I definitely agree with the new generation getting things really easy. That's something I see a lot in my nieces and stuff like that. But you're angry. It's just a drawing, mate. Don't worry about it. It's not a real person, so it doesn't matter if he's angry or not. So let's see how things goes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we can't change anything, right? I mean, you can change. Maybe you can change one people, but I'm just gonna time you out, the girl. You are just annoying. Calling Akuma a clown. Just gonna time you out for 30 minutes. So you can come back when you stop being obnoxious. Yeah, we just gotta see. I mean, also, I don't have any kids, so I'm kind of, what do you call it? Kind of curious, you know, what's gonna happen about that. 30 minutes is brutal. I thought they were a pass viewer. No, they came in a couple of times. I mean, there are some really weird people. I just permaban them. But yeah, whatever. "30 minutes is brutal? Really? You should have seen uh what was it called? What was that guy? There was some uh dude, like, it's like the embodiment of cringe. I bet girl is a stock account for your stalker, Kaiser. Ah, yeah, Kaiser. Or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, maybe. Usually I don't think about it, but I mean, uh, I'm trying to think about the stalker or whatever it is, right? So if you want to trick someone, or if you want to scam someone, usually for guys, it's easiest to get the, you know, act like a girl, right? I mean, we did it so many times when in the past, like when there was only IRC, like there's no photo, there's nothing. You just text to someone. I mean, we didn't scam someone, but it's like we were pulling pranks to, you know, our buddies, like talking to him next to him. We are still on the PC, but, you know, writing to him like a girl and sending him to somewhere, like acting like a girl and telling them to meet. It was so funny, man. And then he just goes away. We did it so many times. We pranked each other so many times. And it's like, also, you know, if you go into NFT realm a bit, you'll start seeing, like, you know, people with female identities, like, you know, there's this fake pseudo identity, like female NFT collector. Because, you know, guys are dumb, right? When they see a female, the IQ drops like a couple of numbers. It might be something like that, you know. Maybe he's trying to. And honestly, I'm not really thinking it's a stalker. Whenever something like that happens, I assume two of the one thing. No, one of the two things. It's like either they are some, you know, some kid, because just think about a 12-year-old kid, right? If you are 12 years old, you are basically, I mean, in the eyes of society, you don't exist, right? You are just a kid. You are a fucking loser. You don't have a life. You don't have responsibilities. You can't even vote, right? So they have no sense of self-esteem or something like that. They are just fucking kid. They're dependent on their mother. They're just some weirdo. And when they go onto internet, the game changes, right? Because on the internet, it's like they can be someone or something or whatever. So either they are, you know, some kid or some fucked up kid, more likely, or someone with a mental issue, right? Or some personality issue. And once it's like he was trying to gaslight me, like saying shit like, I am coming to your stream and watching you every day. Why are you doing like this? Saying shit like that, you know, trying to make me guilty and shit like that. Insta-ban, right? That's gaslighting, by the way. Someone imposing a dumbass frame on you, like, or making you doubt your reality. And it's funny when a kid does it, right? Or someone young does it. Honestly, it's so funny. I mean, if I think about my past, I remember the lies I was telling when I was a kid. And usually the adults understand you are lying, but you know, they don't say anything, or they play with you or mess you up. Now when I look back at it, like, I'm embarrassed myself, right? It's so funny. You think you can fool people, especially someone aware of this stuff. It's so funny, man. I'm not saying nobody can fool me or something like that, but usually, I mean, I went out to clubs and bars all my life, dude. I'm really well initiated in this kind of stuff. I also read a lot of psychology and depth psychology, all that stuff. I know about psychology. I know about pretty much all the psychological, what is it called? Mind and soul deficiencies, or what is it called? Personality disorders? Yeah, personality disorders and stuff like that. So yeah. Usually when I meet someone new, I just talk to them 5 minutes and I kind of get the idea what they're about, right? I mean, I can't tell what kind of childhood traumas they had, but I kind of get their vibe, what kind of personality they are, what kind of potential toxic disorders they can have. Years of experience, true, man. I'm not bragging, right? It's like, if someone's good at something, that means they failed at it a lot, right? I mean, I get fucked up, I got played so many times. And if you get played and, you know, fooled and all that stuff, you should be a retard to not learn about people, right? That must have been one. Discord DMs. His DMs to me got weird right before you booted him too. Yeah, the thing is, so there was this weird guy, kept sending me some weird drawings. from Instagram, and he keeps nagging about, can you draw my OC? Can you draw my OC? Right? He means original creation, like. And I was like, okay, I can draw it, whatever. And then he kept saying it, like, can you draw it? When you are gonna draw it? Can you draw it? Please draw it. Can you draw it? When you are gonna draw it? Can you draw it? Like, you know, I have the best meme for that. Let's see. Let's see. This one. I think this one.
Lewis! 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 Mom! 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 Mommy! 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 Mama! 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 Ma! 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 Mom! 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 Mommy! Mommy! Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Hi.
This is some fucked up shit, man. So yeah, he was like this, right? Constantly asking me to draw something, and you know, it started to annoy me. And then there was this other guy, presumably this other guy called Kaiser, and he was, you know, joking around and all that. And then Kaiser sent me some drawings, and I got him from his lines, right? I mean, maybe you can fool me with text and different YouTube accounts, but you can never fool me with drawing, right? I can instantly tell that was his drawing, same drawing level, same drawing style, same lines. And then I kind of what is it? Low-key kind of mentioned it, and then what did he ask you to draw? Just some random shit, dude. It's like he drew something like that was. It's not even a drawing. Like it's like he did something like this, like this. It's not even finished. Just some lines, and there, something like this. He sent me this and calls this his original creation. I mean, I'm not making fun of anyone, but I think my golden when I see that, yeah, it's like I mean the stupid troll, yeah, exactly. It's like it's not like really harming someone or really harming me, but it's just annoying to deal with. And I got my share on stuff like that. And there is this personality disorder, like, I mean, it's not always a personality disorder, it's like this tendency of people who are too mental to become a trickster personality, right? Because I literally know people like that, and you wouldn't believe the shit they do, right? They are just doing it just to be a trickster, not for a purpose, not for some end goal. They just like to trick people, they just like to fool people. And I'm not joking, man. I've seen so many people, and I really know people really closely like that. It's like it can reach to some insane heights, like, you know, for example, they're like he's calling you and you know, saying something like, yo, let's meet, right? Okay, and you say okay, and you decide an hour, and you are, you know, let's say you decide, okay, let's meet at 7, right? And then they don't show up, and they don't answer the phone. You are just, you know, you are just there. You feel like an idiot. And then they disappear for like a week, and then they show up again. And if you studio up, yeah, it's like this lame, lame ass little mental entertainment they are having in their mind. But you know, this is something small, but it can reach to some weird places. They can be tricksters in business, they can be scammers. So yeah, again, I don't know anything about the guy, or I don't even think about it. I'm just, you know, talking about it to have some conversation. But anytime I see some inconsistency or some kind of trickster behavior, I instantly put them in a category that, you know, I won't trust them, I won't do anything with them. Tell me about it, where I come from. There are loads and yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Scammers. Also, I started having so many scam messages, scam attempts after I got into NFT stuff. Like lots of fake messages, like, you know, your account is compromised, please update your information, and they link some random shit. Stands by the door, barks and dances. I open door, he sits down, stares at me. Oh, we're talking about the golden. Okay. I'm like, what's this? Close the door, rinse repeat 2 times before he actually goes out. Yeah, it's like a dog trying to trick you, right? Imagine how funny they look when when dogs are trying to trick you with their small brains. It's like that. But it's cute when a golden does it. But it's not that cute when a 45 years old adult doing it, right? I mean, honestly, you know what? I would respect if they made it with excellence, really technical skills. You know, that's a skill as well. You know, making a you know, a con man. There are movies on that, right? You know, someone like Ocean's 11, stuff like that. I mean, I would respect that, right? I would say, okay, you got me, something like that. But someone trying to trick you with their 2-digit IQ, it's almost an intelligence. It's almost an insult to your intelligence. It's so fucking funny and lame. Your car insurance is about to end. Yeah. Me, who doesn't own a car? Yeah, man, totally. Not a trait you want in a person, yeah. And let's be honest, everybody has it to some degree, right? Right? It's like we all lie, right? Let's be honest. It's not like nobody is an angel, but you know, it's under control, right? It's not like some weird instinctual energy that's controlling you, that's or some weird demon controlling you. I mean, you know, sometimes you might have to lie, right? Or sometimes you might need to trick your dog for their own goodness, or trick your kids for their own goodness, right? Something like that. But yeah, when it's the main operating system in the adult life, and those kind of people are like, you know, always changing friends. They're always hanging out with different people because, you know, sooner or later you figure out their bullshit. And the most annoying thing is people like that, like the trickster type, they will never accept what they do, and they will always try to dodge, try to slick out of it when you confront them with your, you know, when you confront them with your warrior energy, like right on, they will never confront the shit they do, and that's more annoying, right? Once there's red flags, you got to treat them differently. Coleman is short for confidence trickster. Yeah. It's like, you know, losing confidence isn't something we as people really don't like. Yeah. I mean, if someone can do it, like in Ocean's 11, that's a skill as well, right? That deserves respect. But this guy looks like he's holding his dick. I'm gonna change and make his hand visible, lifted up like open close. Maybe doing something like this. Oh yeah, he cannot actually hold something. Some badass weapon. Yep. Alright, enough drawing, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Stretch my legs. None. Sculpt some. What is it? Imp. I'm getting a new laptop. Nice, dude. Have you decided what to get? Or still looking for it? I will be able to do all kinds of designing stuff. Unity, Unreal, nice, man. Also, I don't understand how laptops are much more cheaper. Legion Pro 5? Is it... Let's be honest, only thing that matters is GPU, right? Does it have a good GPU? I don't understand, man. It's like when you try to buy a laptop, it's like the same price for the graphics card itself, with the same graphics card in it. I don't understand that. Well, it's not the same because desktop versions are a bit more powerful, but yeah. Did you share? Yeah, I also I mean, I'm gonna need to. It's not like I want to, but I'm gonna need to upgrade some stuff at some point because I'm sure there will be some point that I will need to do some optimizations, stuff like that. Will the GPU have gotten so much better? Yeah, definitely. But they are still nowhere near desktop. Totally, it's like, I mean, it's mobile, right? That's the reason they are mobile, and still nowhere near desktop. Yeah. For me, unless it's a Mac, I'm not a big fan of notebooks. But Mac is a different story, right? I would buy it for different reasons. There are laptops with full-size GPU, but forgot. Might be Legion. Check Discord. Let's see. Legion Pro. i9. Nice. 470, nice. Oh, nice. Also 3 months Game Pass. This is nice, man. I mean, Lenovo. I've used some Lenovo. I haven't had any problems with it. I think they are doing you know, decent product. Yeah, that's nice, man. There are laptops with full-size GPU. Fingers covered in paint. Jipua. Jipua? What did it type? Jipua? Nothing better than Lenovo or Asus. On PCs, I'm using Asus. Is it called Asus? Asus for a long time. I'm really happy with it. Also Corsair. Dude, Corsair. Those guys are... I don't know what to call them. These guys are insane. I had a full Corsair PC with liquid, this liquid cooler and shit. It was insane, dude. Also overclocked it. It's like, yeah, this was my stolen PC. Yeah, you remember I told you about my place got robbed? They stole my PC. I like their peripherals. Yeah. These guys do amazing stuff and really solid stuff, right? I've never had a single small problem with Corsair. I mean, I don't know about their RAMs and stuff like that, but yeah. Someone needs another timeout. YouTube gave me timeout for no reason. No, I gave you timeout because you are being obnoxious. Anyways, I'll be right back, guys. Gonna move a bit, get some drinks, snacks, and then we sculpt some imps. Alright, be right back. What's up? What's going on? You are having fun without me? The girl behind the mask. You hast been timed out since EVGA. EVGA, okay, left GPU market. I'll become an Asus guy next cycle, yeah. Yeah. But also Corsair, it's a bit spicy, more spicy than, or pricey, let's say, than other companies, but they really do solid, stable, robust stuff. Always both Asus motherboards, yeah, definitely. Not gonna lie, at the beginning of the live, I took a screenshot, sent it to my friend. Stream keeps lagging, help. Why do I... It's not like I am streaming from my own platform, it's YouTube. Ask YouTube for help. Asus word, yeah. Wanted to buy an Asus. It's a little expensive, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive. Arctic Freezer for cooling, considered Corsair RAM. Yeah, I have no idea about Corsair RAMs, but you know, the thing is you don't realize it when it's working, right? I mean, I haven't had any problems. They were just working fine. So yeah, I don't know. How is it? I think they also make SSDs. Corsair SSD. M2. Yeah, they also make M2 solid state drives. Purge. All RAM manufacturers use one of two suppliers. Yeah, isn't it? It's like pretty much all of the technology. Like the same with TVs. Or like in the automotive industry, I don't know the exact nuances, but it's pretty much how it goes with most stuff. So maybe I should close Photoshop. So I want to destroy computer. Man, I'm having so much fun in Doom. I haven't played it for a long time. I missed it so much. Also watched John Cena's movie yesterday. What is it called? Jackpot? I think it's just Jackpot. Did you put me on timeout? So you can type, right? That means you are not in timeout. If you are asking about before, yes, I did put you on timeout. How many times do I have to tell you? Why? Really asking that? How many times do I have to tell you? Don't be obnoxious. Don't spam. Just be cool. Enjoy the stream. Sorry? No, you don't need to apologize. I'm not asking for an apology. Just, basic social awareness, social calibration. Maybe look at what other people in chat is talking and not try to steer the conversation to your selfish concerns. And then, basic social awareness, basic social intelligence. Don't try to make it about you. Don't try to make it about me either. It's not about me, it's about us, right? We are having fun, doing stuff. I saw a meme last day. It's like I worked in lots of 3D modeling jobs, and there's this thing about 3D modelers or sculptors. Like 80% of the time you just rotate the model, just look at it from different angles, and 20% of the time you are actually doing something. And that's so true. It's like, those pie chart memes. Yes, I will go now do some learning, reading before eating bed. Teach me some Unity stuff when you get time. I mean, I just made a platformer on Unity, and it was a long time ago. I already forgot all the shit I've learned. But if you are asking about Unreal, I can teach you lots of things. And yeah, anytime you want, man. So yeah, thanks dude, thanks for hanging out. You have a nice learning session or whatever you want to do. And have a nice sleep. Yep, see you man, take care. Oh, never looked at it from this angle. This looks so freaky. I don't know what it is. I'm getting really hungry when I'm streaming. And if I eat just before the stream, and then I'm like, I almost pass out on the stream, because when you eat, your body goes into digestion mode. Eat something? I am eating something. $15K catching up? Yeah, that's done. Yesterday, it's like usually I recover from it like in 3 or 4 hours. And you know when you are really tired, really tired, you had to lie down, but also you can't sleep. I was like that. I'm just lying down in bed. I'm really tired physically, but at the same time I'm so tired that I can't sleep, right? So I just, usually I do a proactive recovery, as they call it. It's not like think about the phone, right? When the phone charge is off or phone battery is low and you plug it into the charge, and if you keep using the phone, it charges slower. So in proactive recovery, it's like you also eliminate all the mental stimulus. Like I just cover my eyes, plug earplugs in my ears, like shutting down all the external stimulus, just going inside, basically existing in a coffin. So blocking all the sensory information, that really speeds up. But yeah, yesterday it's like I don't remember when did I typed and did I type on Discord, but it's like it was like 8 hours, something like that. I was barely recovered. Usually if I sleep, that's completely over, but have you been ever in a sensory deprivation tank? No, but I really want to do it. I used to black out my room. I mean, in my studio there was, what do you call it? Do you know that stores, stores in the malls and stuff like that, they have this sliding thing. I don't know what it's called. Shutter? Yeah, I think it's shutter. So in my studio I had these shutters. I used to so they could completely black out the room, and it's so useful for the sleep. Yeah, I really want to do it though. So yeah, usually I do a peak like that, if you call that a peak. I mean a marathon runner. If a marathon runner would hear it, it doesn't sound like a peak, but for a normal average person it's like a hell. But yeah, I usually do one peak per week like that, 15K or 20K, and then the rest of the day I just rest. But it's so amazing, man. I love it. I mean, you are completely destroyed after you do it, but after you rest, it gives you, I can't even explain it, that feeling. Growing up, my bedroom was the basement. Oh, nice. It was easy to black out. In one small window, yeah. Also, I love when, you know, when you have a good game, it's like you block out everything on the headphones, right? It's so cool, man. I sleep in the living room, really? Totally, yeah. I mean, if you are gonna do escapism, gonna do it the right way, right? It's like completely block out everything. And then game on. You mentioned the Fire Spear, dude. Are you playing? Nah, I was just watching a stream. It's funny. I was watching the same boss when you mentioned it. I didn't even buy the game. I was just gonna see what he thought. From what you've seen, what do you make of it, the boss? I can't really tell when someone else is playing, but I mean, it seemed like a forgiving combat. It seemed hard, but at the same time, the game generally, yeah, it looks really cool. Simple but hard, yeah. Yeah, I need to play it to have a sense of it, but you know, considering the telegraphing of the animations of the attacks of the bosses, seems like forgiving and, you know, okay. I'm also one of those people that gets lost easily in games. Lack of a map is very distorting for me. Then when you play my game, you're probably gonna hate it, because I'm not gonna put a map. Usually, if it's a game, so for me, I mean, personally, not a designer, not as a designer, personally, if it's a complicated game like Assassin's Creed, and there are lots of collectibles and all the shit that you can do, and then you need a map, right? But if it's something like Sekiro, I mean, you can get away without a map in a game like Sekiro, but usually what I like is I don't want to click away or move away from the game, right? It's like the minimum amount of menu time, minimum amount of because that kills the immersion, that also kills the sustained what is it called? Sustained non-belief. You know, when you play a game or watch a movie, you forget about the real life. It kills the escapism, right? It puts you it's what do you call it? It gets you out of the game. It kills the immersion. So yeah, I'm all about, you know, minimum UI, minimum HUD, minimum HUD, minimum menu time, maximum in-game escapism. And even if there's a, you know, stuff like, you know, weapon upgrades, map, all that stuff, it should be really fast and easy to use, so you don't lose that sustained non-belief, right? What was it? Sustained non-belief? What is it called? I think that term comes from writing. Suspense, yeah. Suspension of disbelief, yeah. As long as it's legible, it's fine. Like a game like this, the scenery is so dense, similar. You turn around. Yeah, especially games like these, right? Because the universe of the game is so immersive, you don't want to leave it. I mean, that's my personal opinion, but when it comes to game design, I think, yeah, as I said, it should be what's best for game flow. The idea of it. Is there a map or not, by the way, in Wukong? There's not, right? The idea of it is very cool, I respect it, just makes it harder for me. No map? Okay. So it's like there are bonfires and you move between bonfires. No minimap? Yeah. First map is linear, then it opens up. Yeah. Much more open world, yeah. if you are watching streams, I won't feel bad about streaming those. Risk you stumbling into spoiling stuff. Nah, it's okay. If you are gonna play, I'll definitely watch after the stream. Man, I'm still trying to remember the menus. So there was this delete hidden one. Or is it Unified topology? Yeah, okay, found it. Hidden. Nice. What did I do? Did I subdivide? You know what? I'm not talking about ZBrush, but I used to learn lots of different applications. You know, when you are learning a new application, you accidentally press something on the keyboard and you activate some undoable command and you don't know what you did. It's so annoying, man. On play, let's start picking the kiddo stuff. Moving over into new place. Yeah, I feel that I moved like more than 15 times in my life. I mean, I don't have too much stuff, but yeah. Lazy kid wants me to update all our PC drivers stuff before. Doesn't want to do it herself after moving in. Well, hey man. You know what they say? Never do something for someone that they can do themselves. Yeah, usually that's not that's not what happens in real life. If the daughter makes you soft, I know, man. I have two nieces. It's like usually, you know, in during the week, I usually meet them in the weekends. But during the week, I'm like a man, you know, regular man, doing man stuff, working out, all that stuff, playing racing games, playing Doom. On the weekend, I'm like, you know, playing Kirby with my nieces. Zero testosterone. This is like having a superhero alter ego. But yeah, man, it's worth it, man. I mean, yeah, I have no point of reference for a boy, right? If I have a boy, I don't know how I would deal with them. But I remember when I was a boy, dude, it's like a fucking dinosaur roaming in the house, like destroying everything, jumping over everything. I think boys are harder to deal with, you know, because they are also more dominant. They also test the shit out of you. Girls don't do that much. Girls are more agreeable and, you know, play with Barbies and all that. Even a dog, right? Even your dog from time to time tests you. You need to assert dominance. Living room couch was the WWE ring. Yeah. Okay, where did this go? Where is you, man? Oh, okay, right. Doing some dentist work. I'm sure you can relate. You know what, source? After all that popped up, I still have my regular annual cleaning up to go to like in a week. Nice, isn't that a good thing? So it's like, you know, you can also, while you are there, you can also, you know, or they can also do a checkup to see how it's going. By the way, no demon, no imp has this, or no imp or no demon has a perfect teeth like this, right? I'm gonna add some imperfections. It's never ending, yeah. He goes his cleanings. No, I mean, also there's this. I had a dentist friend. He told me about it. He told me so many stories. Like, it's like a hand you pull in life, right? Some people are born with perfect teeth, and they have literally no problems their whole life, and some people have to, what is it called, wear that metal thing while growing up. It's like a lottery, right? So this imp, this demon, this imp pulled a nice lottery. Braces, yeah. My sister was one of the lucky ones, yeah. I think my younger niece had to put braces for some time. I'm not sure, but now that I think about it, all my siblings had perfect teeth. I was the only one with jacked up teeth. Yeah, I don't know if it depends on or anything to do with the genetics. I have no right to complain. They all hit some major health issue. I know. Yeah. I mean, usually I try not to compare. That's a weird topic, right? Because you can't really compare and make sense out of it. Some people, I mean, for example, my sister's firstborn child, she just died, right? Right after she was born, like she lived like 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, 1 week, and there were lots of weird problems in her body, and she died before she could born. You know, stuff like that happens and makes you question life. I try not to compare. Yeah, I also had lots of friends had that. It's like, you know, if you think about the karma perspective, you know, like, or the religious perspective, a newborn child, you know, it has 0 life. So what did she do to deserve that? You know, stuff like that. But yeah, I try not to compare even the quote-unquote worse life. I mean, there are lots of people born with lots of tragedy, lots of weird stuff. And even, I mean, this is how I look at it, right? The possibility of you and me being born is like so low, right? It's like, I read it somewhere, like 1 in a trillion chance, something like that. The specific sperm going into the egg, and then you are developing and you are born. It's like if you are alive, you already won the lottery, right? You are already a miracle. Like, if you think about it like that, and also think about all the previous chain of events, right? All your ancestors survived and reproduced successfully, and that chain comes to now, right? If you think about all, or I mean, you can't think about all of it, but if you think about all you can think about, you know, all the chain of events, all the possibilities, all the probability, it's insane. So that's how I look at it, and that really gets me through pretty much anything, because, you know, whatever happens in life, it's like it can always be worse. That's a way of looking at it. Had a family friend go through the same thing. Died a couple of, yeah, I think that happens a lot. Some big numbers, yeah, it's insane. So yeah, that's why, you know, any kind of complaining, stuff like that, makes me cringe so much, right? I'm like, motherfucker, you're alive. Just be grateful you are alive. You didn't ask for it, you didn't earn it. Like, you know, there's this life given to you. It's the ultimate gift, right? Just be cool, live your life, don't be a little bitch, right? That's how I tend to snap myself out of rough spots. Yeah. Every moment will lead you here. It wouldn't be you if any of that changed. Yeah, totally. Even the shittiest moment of your life, it's still present. Yeah, I think this is be bigger or expand. What's this? What is this? Oh, these are the heads, okay. Thing with ZBrush is it used to crash a lot, so I'm always saving before doing something like this. Arch, down, down, down. Yes. What's this? Is it the gum? Yes. Arch. What's this? And the gum. Yes, I think. Nice. Inserts, no regrets. Tatooine. No regrets. Yeah. Regrets. That typo reminded me Rugrats. That was a show on Nickelodeon. Okay, can I do a cheat like this? Oop. Yes, I think that. Damn, that long feet. Oh, forgot. Love the best Nick shows, yeah. Alright. I guess that's it for me. Handsome dude. Well, anyways, thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll see you on the end run. So, yep, take care, stay awesome.